I'm Dr. Philip Krager, and I will be your professor for CET 4862 Network Forensics and Incident Response for the fall of 2014. In this brief lecture, we'll go over the syllabus. I'll talk about my expectations and hopefully answer any questions that you might have about this course. And now my talking head is going to go away. If you've gone to the Florida Online website, you will see in the news section a link to the syllabus. And that's what we're going to be looking at today. So the first part of the syllabus tells us a little bit about the course. It includes my office, which I'm at the ATC in 107L. It has my phone number, and it has my office hours, Tuesday and Wednesday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And I'm not going to go into detail about everything in the syllabus because this is something you can read on your own. But I will point out the key points of the important parts of the syllabus. So you see there's a course description. We'll do lots of interesting and fun things, including identifying and categorizing incidents. For example, I will give you some files and you'll have to identify if they are malware or not and how they work. I will give you a network packet capture where you will have to identify whether there was an intrusion and if so, specifically what the attacker did, and other fun things of that nature. You see we have several learning outcomes that you can read on your own. And the only prerequisite for this course is CET 4663 Computer and Network Security, which means you also know something about Linux because that is a prerequisite for that course. There are required texts, but fortunately, they're all PDFs that are freely available, and you will find those on our class website, and I'll show you that link shortly. But those are all required readings. As you see at the bottom of the screen, that our website is cet4862.pbworks.com, and that's where you'll find copies of the textbooks, any additional readings, and the video lectures. If you've probably taken my other courses, I would think you would have, if you're taking this course, so you know that this course has really two websites. It has the PBWorks site, and it also has Florida Online, and that's where I'll post your grades. I'll post class discussions. That's where you'll ask questions of me or I'll ask questions of you. And the news section. And make sure you check Florida Online at least once a day for any breaking news. The course delivery for this course is 100% online, and so we have no physical meeting room. And so make sure that you check the PBWorks site and try to keep up because you need to be proactive. You can't wait until the last second to do these assignments. Trust me, these are going to be some of the most difficult and challenging and fun assignments you've ever had. The course software, and I'm assuming that you had my Linux course and my Computer and Network Security course or my Introduction to Digital Forensics, which means that you already have a copy of VMware Workstation. And you also probably have a Linux VM. If you've got that, you're all set to go. You don't need to worry about anything. If you don't, please read the syllabus which explains how to go about downloading VMware. It has specific details and specific instructions on how to go about downloading a copy of VMware for free. As with my other courses, there's two ways to contact me. If you have a personal question that would only relate to you, then you can email me through Falcon Mail or call me via the telephone. If it's anything related to the class, please ask that question in the Ask the Professor discussion group. Typically, if one student has a question, that means 5 or 10 other students have a question as well. So it allows me to answer the question once. Asking smart questions, make sure that if you're asking a question about an assignment or about the trouble you're having with VMware or Linux, that you're very specific in your description of the problem. I also have a general discussion group that you're welcome to use, and that's for student-to-student communication. And typically I don't read that discussion group. That's up for you. Just make sure that you don't share answers to any of the assignments. You can see the content and organization of the course. I might flip some of this as we go through the course, depending upon if I'm adding anything new to the course. So take this with a grain of salt, and let's be flexible about how we move through the course. How do I count your attendance? This semester I've created an icebreaker discussion group. So during the first week of class, tell me who you are, introduce yourself, tell me what you do, and what you expect to learn in this course. That's just my way of finding out more about students, because a lot of you are purely online, and I know on occasion some students come in and drop by my office and talk to me, but for the most part I don't get to see the students, so it's nice to learn a little bit about you. Now, if you follow those instructions listed on the screen, I can count you as attending, and it's very important that you do this, especially if you're on financial aid. As with all of my syllabi, I have something about the course withdrawal. I can't withdraw you. You need to follow the instructions as identified in the syllabus. If you do have a disability, make sure that you contact Student Disability Services so they can verify your specific accommodations, and then they'll get back with me about that. There's also information about the Academic Support Center, the College Writing Center, and library services that you can read on your own. Daytona State has an updated academic integrity policy. Please read that. I abhor cheating. Don't use somebody else's work. If you are quoting somebody or using somebody else's work, make sure you cite that, and make sure that's just the minimum amount of work that you're trying to cite. I actually had somebody, when I was at another university, submit an entire paper by someone else. Actually, it was by 5 people who wrote it and tried to pass that off as their own. Not funny. Evaluation. There are approximately 5 assignments. It depends upon how complicated they are, but typically there's 5. There might be only 4. Those will be announced on Florida Online. Make sure that you turn in your assignment by the due date. I do not accept late assignments. I need to be fair to all students, and it's better to get a 0. It's better, rather than getting a 0 for not turning in an assignment, it's better to get partial credit. And there's my grading scheme as you see on the screen. There are no tests, hurrah, only assignments. I'm using the same naming convention as I use for all my courses. It's your first name dot last name dot assignment number dot in whatever type of file I'm requesting, whether it's a text file or a Word document or a PDF. Here's some important dates during the semester that you can read on your own. And classroom policies. I reserve the right to change the classroom policy. They will be for the benefit of you. That is, any changes I may make. I'm not going to change the grading scheme. I'm not going to throw an extra 6th assignment at you or anything like that. So it'll be something that will behoove you. And at the end, I just have my professional qualifications and a little bit about me as a human being. Yes, professors are human beings. So that ends this quick and dirty first lecture. Please make sure during the first week you log in and post that icebreaker and download the syllabus. Make sure you read this, and make sure you watch the first week or two's videos. They're brief, but they're packed full of fun knowledge that you can use in the everyday world.